Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I have two things, not just one. I do have my cold air intake, and you guys that follow me on social media know that I've had it for a while. And today in the mail, I finally got K&N's little oil cleaner kit. So I can take that one since it's used, clean it up, so it'll be nice and pretty when I actually put it in the Forester. Just grab this guy. Just been chilling in my closet. So this is what we have. This beautiful guy right here. This I got actually a long time ago. I just haven't had the time or the stuff to put it in, and I really wanted to do the Cobb access port before I put this in because that's just a smart thing to do. But this is the K&N filter, cold air filter that goes on the Forester. Obviously, I got this used, but these things new are super expensive. So I got this like 50 bucks used. All of the hardware comes with it. It's in great condition. It's just the filter itself. But the cool thing about K&N filters, as far as I know, most of them, if not all of them, are washable. So I can take this filter, I can wash it out, and then do the little oil thing, which I'll show you guys in a second, and then pop it back on and it's good to go. And you don't need to buy another one because these things, just the filter themselves can get kind of expensive. So let me pop this filter off and let's clean it. Alright, so this is what we have. This is my dirty filter. Still see through it, so it's not terribly bad, but it still is dirty, and that's why I bought the K&N recharger kit. This comes with the two things. It comes with the cleaner to get rid of all the dirt and grease and whatever is on there, and then the second part is to re-oil it. And that's really important because it's not just washing it out and having a filter, it's washing it out and having the oil to catch any sort of particles that might get in there, like really fine stuff. So the oil is really important. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get rid of as much of the dirt and dust and debris and stuff that's already on here. So I'm gonna run it over the sink, get rid of all the stuff as much as I can that is on here, and then the next step is going to be the cleaning spray. Now it says in the instructions that the cleaning spray needs to be sprayed on. It doesn't say anything about washing this first, but I mean, just touching the top of it, I already got crap on my hands. So I'm gonna wash this first, and then I'm gonna do the cleaner, and it says to leave it on for 10 minutes. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do, so let's clean this off. Alright, done cleaning with it now. This is going to shake off any of the excess water that's in there, since they don't say anything about cleaning it off before doing it, the spray, but they also say for it to not be dry once the spray's gone on. So they say do it for about 10 minutes and then just make sure that it doesn't dry on there. So now that I have, looks like I got most of it, I'm going to grab my spray and I'm going to spray it on all the way around, and we'll leave it on for 10 minutes. And if you guys are using this, just a reminder that they do not want this to get in your eyes, in your skin. So if you are using this and it does get on your hands, just, it says on the back, wash it thoroughly, don't get this in your eyes, and it does have a chemical smell to it. It also says don't inhale it. So this is not just some soap and water. This actually has some chemical compounds in there that you don't want in your body. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes, and I know I didn't show it, but I also sprayed on the inside. Oh man. I don't know if you can tell or not, but that's some dirty water. Maybe when I clean it out, you can see how much dirtier it gets. So, cold water, and we are going to rinse this off. So it looks like it's definitely cleaning out dirt, and it's also cleaning out the oil that was originally in the filter. So it's good to rinse like I am right now on the inside. You guys probably can't see. From, they say the clean side, so the inside where there's less debris, out, so you're pushing all the stuff that's stuck in here out. So I'm gonna do the inside, I'm also gonna do the outside, and depending on how clean it gets, based on this first time around, I'll see if I need to do it again, because they do say repeat the first steps of cleaning, which you guys have just watched. So if it needs to be redone again, it needs to be redone. So it looks like this water is coming out pretty clear now. I'm not going to do anything high pressure. It still is a filter that is decently fragile. So we'll take a look at this. It looks pretty clean. Not as grody as it did before. It's still got a little bit of that red in there, you can tell. Alright, I just got done finishing rinsing it off for a second time. So now, just give it a few shakes. Try to get as much water off as you can. Shaking it out, getting out of the fibers. There we go. So, as well as you can. Now that this thing is as clean as it is going to get, as you can see, nice and clean, nothing stuck in between any of these grooves. I got all the dirt out. So now what we need to do is keep it out, let it naturally air dry, and we'll come back to this when it's fully dry to add that oil and make it that beautiful K&N red. And here we are the next day. I let this sit for almost 24 hours just to give it enough time to be fully dried. So everything in here is nice and dry. So I'm going to go outside and I'm going to spray on the oil. So this thing is going to be nice and beautiful red. So let me head outside and let's spray this bad boy down. Alright, now it's got that red tint that the K&N filters usually have. I just went back and forth through it until it got to the color that everyone is accustomed to, that red. And now I'm just going to leave this outside so the filter can soak up and get all of that beautiful oil soaked into its filtery goodness. Now, if you have a flat filter, you need to be doing both sides, but since I have this pod filter, I am going to try to spray a little bit on the inside so the oil is on both sides, but it's going to be kind of difficult. So I'm going to spray on the inside, and if I see any light spots, I'll go ahead and spray again, and once I deem everything is good, this needs to dry for 20 minutes. Now that it's been 20 minutes, I brought it back inside. I'm going to get a paper towel and clean up the areas that don't need oil that I got overspray on. So right around the lip, there's oil on there, and of course right around the bottom and the bottom of this. It'll make it a lot easier when you reinstall it back on your cold air intake, but I'm going to try to get as much of the oil off of the non-filter parts as possible. And after all that is cleaned up, we have a brand new filter for much less than how much it would cost if you were to actually buy a brand new one. So if you guys are interested in this stuff, like all my videos, I'll link it down below if you do want to grab this. It's not too expensive, plus I still have a ton in here left in both of these for much more cleanage and re-oilage for this filter or any other filters that I get. This isn't just for a one-time only. This is for a bunch of different cleanings and re-oilings. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to try to get the video out of me installing the cold air with this K&N, but first I need an access port before I do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter so you know all of the stuff that's going to come out and behind the scenes stuff. It's really awesome. Trust me, it's super cool to know what's happening before it happens. And if you haven't, watch that video. And if you haven't watched that video, watch that video. Or watch them both at the same time. And while you're here, subscribe down here. Yeah, watch that stuff. And if you're already subscribed and you've already watched both these videos, then I love you.